Shaq's in the building first. Sick done entered the fray. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlang. It is the Schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. For it is the Schlangs that brings us purpose. It's the fair. We in epic times we live in now. That's the message. We now of times is epic. That's the message. My name is First Degree the D, your host on the Fair. We're live on the YouTube during the 10 days of Fahrenheit. We're in day 8 today. We've been releasing Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 episodes every day at 7:30. It's a whole journey, yo. It's finally happening, young. We're live on the YouTube, we're live on the Facebook, and for 15 of minutes, we're live on the TikTok. Let's talk the show. But first, a message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to be enough, just as we are. Thank you, Almighty. May the Schlangs allow us to be masters of finding solutions in life's daily of struggle. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. We are solution makers. We are the elite of solution makers. That's why we gather. May the Schlangs allow us to prioritize self-care. Fix yourself, then fix others. May the Schlangs allow us to not have to be perfect, but always making progress. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. We accepting us, but we always making progress on us. May the Schlangs allow us to be strong, bold, and confident. And finally, may the Schlangs allow us to love who we are right now and who we are becoming. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. I'm in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Holla in the chat. Shaq was first. Carlos sick in the building. Duck. Lorenzo was good with it on the TikToks. Arthur was good with it. Don. Hey, what's good with it? M. Edward was good with it. ADR Christian was good with it. And we live on the Facebooks. Here's what we're talking today. We're doing a question and answer again. You guys got me addicted to that. Hit me up with your questions. I'm loving answering the questions on anything that's we getting did. What's up, Labely? Hit me up. There's a question and answer. Hit me up with questions in the chat. I'm hitting them up. But first, we're going to talk about the mighty epic event that was last night, yo. Underbelly Sound Wars Episode 7. Underbelly Sound Wars Episode 7. Let's talk about it, young. Did you like the episode? Hit me up in the chat. I just spent 5 of months for you. Give me some feedback before it hits Johnny Masses and Jane Public. That's why I get it to you first. Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 7. We got a glimpse into the off-grid life, yo. Because Dead Wave has a grip on all of society, some folks decided to live off-grid. And we got a glimpse into what, even though the DJ was hating, we got a real-life glimpse on the technology they built that comes from the mind of Don Griffin, fool. The area is called Griffinsville. We saw it with our own eyes. An off-grid community built with solar technology, food, water, everything was legit. And people was happy, earning what they eat and putting up structures. Why was the DJ hating on that? Next. Unfortunately for the people that live on that grid, yo, off-grid, Dead Wave done found it out. And Dead Wave done found it out. The proximity where the broadcast for your eyes only is being originated. That's all bad because they was tapping into major stream networks and giving a little bit of truth to the people. Now I'm working with Don Griff, my man. I'm working with others. I'm gonna be clipping stuff, but Don Griff is gonna be running it. We're gonna do a real life for your eyes only. Real life for your eyes only. So just get comfortable with the concept. And we gonna move forward with it. Next, Schlumpulicious and the Gentlemen meet up on the cusp of Fresno. 559 in the building. I told you it was coming, Fresno people. I told you it was coming, Fresno. The 559 is an important aspect, and you'll see that when it's all over and you see the massive ending. Episode 5 is the most massive of ending. Shouts out to Maul. I don't know if y'all seen that on the Disney, but that was a great show with a great ending that meant something. Underbelly Sound Wars is the same way. It's all setting up episode 5, which is really episode 10. Took place in Fresno, Schlumpulicious and the Gentlemen. Schlumpulicious and the Gentlemen meet up. They meet up in Fresno and talk about the For Your Eyes Only broadcast. The Gentleman, you know how he is. He all about independence, and he been that way since season 1. So you know he's feeling the For Your Eyes Only. But Schlumpulicious has lived a life of chaos, young. Schlumpulicious has lived a life of chaos. So now once Dead Wave took over the world, he's just been living at peace somewhat, like a dull peace. It's weird. Then finally, before we go on our break and answer some questions. Okay, so fill up the chat with the questions, the Q&A. I'm depending y'all. Usually I come with the scripted, but y'all is the script sometimes. I'm learning that. Just getting to do the podcast, just learning that sometimes y'all is the script. So finally, I just want to, then Feedback Fang was introduced. Now, anyone who's been watching the Fahrenheit Hour already knew the name of Feedback Fang, but now it's public. Los Angeles blackouts for 2 days. All of the resources the underside had to offer went into hyperizing this one person. His name was Feedback Fang, carved to be the greatest hero of Los Angeles. But we also saw him. Wait, was that it? Oh, no, we didn't see that yet. That's today's episode. I take back a few seconds. We ain't seen that. Today's episode 7:30 is the times. YouTube Underbelly Sound Wars episode 8. Feel me? I'ma just end it with Feedback Fang was introduced. Mr. Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. Now I'm in the chat with it. I'm in the chat. What's good with it, Frank? What's good with it, Mac? Duck in the building. I want to see some question. Louisiana. Thank you, Lorenzo, man. I do this music for us, man. Because if you know the music, I don't even need to tell you, Johnny Masses and Jane Public ain't feeling the first degree to DE raps. I don't do it for them, yo. I do it for us. Thank you, Carlos. Said the episode was so good. Remember, it's all building up. It's gonna get more and more vicious today's episode. I'm not gonna say too much. I can't do that. Thank you, Shaq. Shaq loved the episode too, man. I'm telling you, this is for us. I spent so much time, and I hope you guys see all the time in the graphics and all that. I mean, I didn't use AI, but it still took a lot of time to generate. Johnny Public got a short memory. That's right. All right, half breed at work now in Mexico. Shouts out to you. When is Reloaded coming out? Who asked that? Carlos. That's a great question, man. Right now, we're just talking about what it should sound like. You feel me? Right now, we've been talking about what it should sound like. You feel me? Good job, RVA. Shouts out to you with the #1 viewer on that, on the Whoopty Wham and the Bitty Bob. So I don't know. It's not about time. It's just going to be getting the right concept because you don't want to go in the past. You always want to look ahead, but we just want, how can we pull that from the past, the mood and, the mood, the feelings. That was a lot of time put in that album, a lot of togetherness. Okay, Lorenzo, see, this is why I'm in this game, yo. Lorenzo said, I think I told you this before, but the late night in the G song got me through a lot of late nights. LOL, you and me both, brother. I was working in an area called G Parkway, which is like the second hardest hood in SAC, where CML and them, Mac Dre was messing with them for like, he put out some comps. They say G Parkway is, some people say that's where all that Mac Dre Thiz came from, G Parkway. But I was working up there, man. This kid got killed, man. It was hard times too. So I'm glad we could come together through this music, yo. I'm glad, Lorenzo. Thank you for sharing that. Did they play Inspector Gadget? Mm. Never played the Inspector. Justin was good and Morales was good with it. Glad you could make the program on the YouTube. Remember, TikTok, we gather on the YouTube. That's where the elites of gather. Okay, matter of fact, we at the halfway point. TikTok, join us 7:30. Episode 8 of Underbelly Sound Wars is getting released. We watching it live together. We call it Juntos. We watching live together. We call it Juntos. So meet us there. YouTube, Facebook, we're going to go on a 1-minute break. To meet me back on the other side, we're going to talk about the rest of episode 7. We're going to talk about the rest of episode 7. Then we're going to get to the question and answer. So keep filling up the chat with the question and give me 1 minute to switch off the boom, and the whip, the now 1 minute, yo. TikTok, meet me at the Instagram or the YouTube. Facebook, you get to see behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I'm doing the whippy wham. Changing it up to Instagram. Adding the title. Fahrenheit hour exclamation point. Uh-oh. Why is this? Oh. 17 seconds left. Facebook's. I've dialed in on the Instagram. Getting the picture right. YouTube. The picture ain't right. Mm. Mm. Ooh, thank you for being there with us. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. For it is the slang that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit. Back from the break. We live on YouTube 7 o'clock every day during the 10 days of Fahrenheit. We're in day 8 today. Episode 8 of Fahrenheit Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 gets launched at 7:30. We done joined the Instagram audience. What's good with a computer computer brain? I do not harm bugs when I am at peace. We out there. Computer, I'm glad we're together in this. Uriel, I was wondering. Now the party can begin. Hey, Uriel, I was wondering. Now the party can begin. All right, now, so we're doing the Q&A. Fill me up with some questions. I'm going freestyle with it. But first, a message from the slangs. Ooh. May the slangs allow us to honor the commitments we make to ourselves. Stop yourself, almighty of slangs. We making commitments to ourselves first. We're getting ourselves right first. Then we going out to the people. We are the elite of the elite. So we gonna heal ourselves, get ourselves right. Then we out to the people. Ooh, may the slangs allow us to prioritize presence over a to-do list. I liked it, that one. Thank you, almighty of slang. We living in the present. Now, we talked about my new single, First Degree to DE, I Am God, and So Are You. I'm having hiccups with the release. They keep wanting me to put this, that, and that. Paperwork hell. But it's going to come out any day now. But as you know, it's starting to build. I'm going to give you a little nugget. Last episode, First Degree to DE got knocked out. Okay, now we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Episode 8 premiering in just a few of minutes. Ooh, may the slangs allow us to control our thoughts, energy, actions, and focus. Thank you, almighty of slangs. We are controlling our energy, thought, focus, and actions. And finally, may the slangs allow us to look in the mirror in our eyes and see God and love. Thank you, almighty of slangs. Once we are who we are, then we can give. Thank you, almighty of slangs. Now, we're filling up the chat with questions. Hey, you filling up the chat with questions? All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. No, I don't talk to her. But she made an appearance in episode 7. All right. Last we broke off, feedback Fang was introduced. Okay. So now, next, which is the Jungle Fit music video, yo. Dead Wave burns down the off-grid community, Griffinsville. Ah! The deers and the animals wasn't even safe. First degree the DE, Bobby Drake and Big J got the people to safety. Griff and Jax was helping out too. All members of the community. But in the end, it all went down in flames, yo. Oh, Jael in the building. Oh, Jael, it's a question and answer at the end of this. So we trying to get questions for the DM freestyle with it at the end of this. Depending on y'all for content and question. But yeah, Dead Wave burns down Griffinsville, man. Don Griff says he's looking forward to rebuilding. So maybe that's season 3. Okay. But next, Black Bane. Schlumpulicious. And the back man was in Oakland and it was popping us. Shots out to the Oakland town of 510 with it. At Lake Merritt. Okay? At Lake Merritt. It popped off. Black Bane and they separate. And then Black Bane runs into the offspring. Yap, yap, yap. Now, yesterday I hit the camera off. Yap, 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 yap. So I'm going to be a little more careful. You already know how that went. Black Bane lit him up, yo. Black Bane lit him up. But then he met Feedback Fang. And they had a little verbal confrontation. Okay? So now Feedback Fang is a whole thing now. Okay? Feedback Fang is a whole thing. It's getting out there now. You already know he's souped up in some way. And during the fire, out in the off-grid community, right outside of Sacramento, there was a stranger in the mix who was moving. We just saw clips of him battling members of the Black Index, which came to help. It was the Big Black Bat, Robo DE, and the Gentleman. They came to help, but there was some kind of being moving faster than lightning, but we don't know who that was. Anywho, and at the end of the episode, man, it was on the news, yo. And that news looked real. It was on the news. First degree, the D gets blamed for the fire. When you already done synced it, not only was I helping people, but at the end of the fire, I get knocked cold by a falling tree. But I'm on the news getting blamed. Now I'm labeled terrorist. Why? Because Dead Wave controls the media, the banks, the courts, education system. Dead Wave controls the news. Dead Wave controls all. All right, now I'm looking for questions. Okay, we lighten up the chat with questions. We got 6 minutes to the premiere of Underbelly Sound Wars episode 8. We watched together. All right, computer, got some questions. Yeah, I filmed that video on my bike all through Meadowview. Matter of fact, there's pieces of old concert videos, all pieces of that in Underbelly Sound Wars. I had to bring it back for the people. All computers in Oakland right now. That's funny. Well, make sure you tell folks in the biggity about Fahrenheit Underbelly Sound Wars episode 7 that took place in Oakland. All right, I'm going to the YouTube. This is where we gather. What's good with it, y'all? I'm looking for question. Oh yeah, can't say that on public because when I'm on the public, I'm an outstanding citizen with it. You feel me, Lorenzo? Man, y'all got to go to the comment section and read Lorenzo's. How I'm getting blamed for this. I'm a victim to Dead Wave's feelings. And anything Dead Wave wants goes, man. It's the Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. I just like to say that, yo. Carlos, I have fallen for the sin of one. This decision has left me banded. Don't look at me like that, Robo D. Don't look at me like that, Robo D. Don't look at me like that. I definitely got to do something with that. Maybe we'll do something with that. Thank you for the comments, man. Y'all blowing up. Oh, thank you, computer, man. The Meta View. It was called Street. No, it wasn't called Street Monster. Man, I put out 60 projects, man. I don't know, but I know what you're talking about. It was a 1-hour video I made where I was riding my bike through Meadowview. Okay. I put out DVDs. Back then we didn't have the internet. And we had to put out DVDs. You know who the king of that was? Mac Dre, man. He was the first to jump on that DVD game, man. People talk about Master P and all that. It was Mac Dre. Had this dude following him with this expensive camera everywhere. Man, yeah. Thank you, Shaq. 60 projects plus, man. I mean, comps and all that. Fahrenheit Records is the king of search terms, but that's a secret. Fahrenheit Records is the key to search terms. There's a lot of, you go on the Spotify's and whoop-de-wham to the Amazons and you search something like Bay Area rap. What's gonna come up? That Fahrenheit Schlap. You search Bay Area rap and what's gonna come up is that Fahrenheit Schlap. So my whole thing is getting presence on the internet because I'm an introvert. But I used to be out there, yo. So don't get it pretty. Touring with Nicotina and Mac Dre and all that. I used to be in it. No, it wasn't Street Monster. You're right, because Street Monster was the first one. It was the second one. That song was called something about riding a bike. You just caught me off guard. I made 600 songs? Not made them, but part of it. But I know that I want to ride my bike and see the crabs. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to ride my bike through the Meadowview and see the blood. I want to ride my bike through the garden block and see the crabs. That's when I lived a point in my life, yo, where I did not have a car as an adult, yo, in my 30s or something. I did not have a car and I rode my bike for 2 years, young. Do you know how fit I was? Grocery shop, work, everywhere I went, I had to ride my bike, but I was serious of fit. It was a conscious decision, yo. But it just took a long time to get places, young. Mr. Fair, we got 1 more minute left. 1 more minute to the release of Underbelly Sound Wars episode 8. So give me some question. Thank you, man. Go back to the basement. Lorenzo, introvert. I don't want to kill you. Run, youngling, run. Run, youngling, run. Run, youngling, run. Run, youngling, run. It's the Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. Now, let's all head to the YouTube 730 Underbelly Sound Wars Episode 8 worldwide premiere starts now. And meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station, same Fahrenheit.